Hello, I'm John David Bruja on location at the Atlantic Highlands in New Jersey, standing in the Twin Towers. Welcome to a special edition of John's Traveling Movie Corner, the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge. Hello, I'm John David Bruja, standing atop the Twin Towers in New Jersey, and welcome to a special edition of John's Traveling Movie Corner, the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge. On this show, we'll see several lighthouses, life-saving stations, museums, and so much more. I hope you enjoy the ride. First up on the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge, the Twin Towers, and as you can see, constructed in 1862. Automated in 1949, the North Tower was deactivated in 1898, the South Tower in 1952, and then the North Tower was relit again in 1962. A lighthouse has been here since 1828. One can visit the museum, tour the lighthouse, and climb the North Tower like we did for great views around the Navesink Twin Lights. I am now at the second lighthouse of the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge, the Sandy Hook Lighthouse, first built in 1764 and is the oldest continuously operating lighthouse. And that's right, you pop culture fans, it was also in the backdrop of the last episode of that soap opera, Guiding Light. The octagonal tower is 103 feet tall with a third-order lens. It was automated in 1965 and restored in 2000. Sandy Hook Light is located on Fort Hancock grounds and was featured on a U.S. Postal 25-cent stamp back in 1990. The next lighthouse on the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge is the Girt Lighthouse, which was built in 1895-96 and first lit in December of 96. It was decommissioned in 1945 and restored in 1981 and 82, and it celebrated its centennial in 1996. In 1921, it became the first land-based lighthouse equipped with a radio beacon navigation system. In 1956, the lighthouse was sold and used as a library and community center for over 2 decades. The Girt Lighthouse was the last living lighthouse built on the Atlantic coast. Well, next up is not a lighthouse, but a life-saving station. The Squab Beach Life-Saving Station number 9. Located about 1,000 feet from the Atlantic Ocean, this life-saving station started in 1902, but a station has been here as early as 1856. In the 30s, the U.S. Coast Guard took over the station, and in 1996 it was decommissioned and sold for $1. Next up on the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge is the Barnegat Lighthouse. And of course it's right behind me, and I went all the way up 201 steps to the top and outside for a beautiful view. At 172 feet tall, Old Barney is located on the northern tip of Long Beach Island. The current tower was lit in 1857. It was automated in 1927, deactivated in 1944, and given to the state of New Jersey. The area around the light became a state park in 1957. In 1988, the tower closed for remodeling, reopened in 91, and was relit January 1st, 2009, the first time since World War II. Well, next on the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge is a museum, the Barnegat Light Museum, where you get the chance to see the first order Fresnel lens that was in the original Barnegat Light that I just climbed. We are at our second to last lighthouse on the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge. It's Tucker's Island Lighthouse. First lit in 1848, but with only 15 lamps with 15-inch reflectors, it was deemed inappropriate, and unfortunately was discontinued in 1857. But in 1867, the lighthouse returned. Unfortunately, in 1920, a strong blizzard and the start of erosion led to the Tucker's Beach Island Lighthouse toppling into the water in 1927. A replica was built in 1999, now located at the Tuckerton Seaport Museum. We are at Absecon Lighthouse in Atlantic City. It's the last lighthouse of today, but not the last lighthouse of the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge. We still have one more day, lighthouses, life-saving stations, and museums, and so much more. But first, I gotta run up there. I got 228 steps to climb to get to the tower before that storm comes. 598,634 bricks to build the third tallest lighthouse in the United States. The Absecon Lighthouse, located in Atlantic City, was first lit in 1857. It was deactivated in 1933, but still has its original first-order fixed lens, weighing over 12,800 pounds. It was the first of 3 similar towers built along New Jersey over the next several years. Well, hello and welcome to day 2 of the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge. First stop, the life-saving station number 30. The life-saving station is one of 25 stations built in 1882, and it is one of 6 still in existence. Shut down in 1936, the Coast Guard owned it through World War II. Now it is known as the Ocean City Life-Saving Museum. Well, we are at our second destination on day 2 of the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge, and once again, it's not a lighthouse. It is the Tathum Station number 36, U.S. Life-Saving Service in Stone Harbor, New Jersey. Built in 1895, the Coast Guard used the life-saving station from 1915 to 1945. Now, the Ludlam American Legion Post 331 occupy the space, and it was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 2008. Well, we're at our next lighthouse, but it's not part of the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge. We are in North Wildwood, New Jersey, and we're standing in front of the Hereford Inlet Lighthouse. We were told by a friend to check this out, and it was well worth the detour. Constructed in 1874, we even had a chance to go inside and check out all the rooms. In 1964, a metal tower was built in the backyard with a rotating beacon on top. The light inside the lighthouse was turned off, but in 1986, it was relit by the same light from the metal tower in the backyard. The Hereford Inlet Lighthouse still continues to function as an active navigational aid maintained by the United States Coast Guard. And yes, you did get to go inside and all the way up to the tower of the Hereford Inlet Light, and you got a chance to see the 4th Fresnel lens behind me that was used from 1924 to 1964. Well, we made it to our next destination of the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge, Cape May Lighthouse. And actually, this is the third lighthouse on this location. The first was built in 1823, the next was in 1847, and this one behind me was built in 1859 at 157 feet and 6 inches. And that's right, we get to climb the tower, all 197 cast iron spiral stairs. Automated in 1946, Cape May Lighthouse had a first-order lens. The conical tower was run by the Coast Guard till 1992, when the state of New Jersey took over in ownership. More than 2.5 million visitors a year climb the tower for great views of the Atlantic Ocean and Delaware Bay. Next up, the East Point Lighthouse. Built in 1849, the East Point Lighthouse is the second oldest in New Jersey. The two-story Cape Cod-style light is the only remaining New Jersey land-based lighthouse on Delaware Bay, and now serves as a fully restored and furnished lighthouse and a year-round museum. The East Point Light was almost destroyed by fire in 1971, completely restored by 2017 at a height of 40 feet, and reactivated in 1980. Well, we're at our second to last lighthouse on the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge. Finns Point Rear Range Lighthouse. Built in 1877, it's in Salem County, New Jersey. It was automated in 1934 and deactivated in 1954. The skeletal cast iron lighthouse stands at 115 feet in height. After ending its run, the light and grounds went to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Restoration started in 1983, and after many openings and closings, it finally reopened for climbing shortly after 2013. Well, that's right. We made it to our final lighthouse on the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge. We saw 10 lighthouses, 3 life-saving stations, and 1 museum. And we completed it at the Tinicum Lighthouse. It was constructed in 1880 and automated in 1933 and is still an active lighthouse. Little remains of the front range light, and the dwellings were demolished after years of neglect back in the 50s. Situated between the Bawfields and the new marine terminal, one can climb the 85-foot tower of Tinicum Lighthouse for views of Philadelphia and the Delaware River. Thanks for tuning in. I'm John David Bruhat, on location in Paulsboro, New Jersey, standing in front of the Tinicum Island Rear Range Lighthouse. This has been a special edition of John's Traveling Movie Corner, the New Jersey Lighthouse Challenge. I hope you enjoyed the ride.